I'm Chevy, and today on The Daily Shed, we discuss random facts. Hello, friends. It's Thursday. Welcome to the shed. I'm excited. I have a new toy. Well, it's not Google did a thing, and I found it today, and it was fun. And we're going to discuss that. First, I want to tell you, we have a new home on the internet. Facebook.com/The Daily Shed is the official show spot on the Facebook. Sign up, post there. It should be open for people to just put whatever they want up there and have discussions with me or anybody else in the community. So please go like the Facebook page so that I have another place to communicate with you. I'm going to be, well, you'll see with today's little experiment, we might do some more community-driven stuff in the future, but I'm definitely going to be using Facebook and Twitter for places to ask questions so that we'll have some more content on Fridays. So Twitter, at the beginning of every episode, there's like a little Twitter thing right here, and then Facebook.com/The Daily Shed, and you can follow along with the discussion. So, in researching ideas for the show, most of my content so far has come from within me. It's come from stories or feelings or emotions or things that have happened to me throughout the day that I just want to talk about. Well, this is kind of one of those things. And this is also a sort of a pilot for future content. If you guys like this, we might try and do something similar in the future. I was on the internet looking for something. And I found a new YouTube channel. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. And that channel is Tom Scott. Tom Scott does like this very fun, not instructional, but like educational videos. And I found this video of his that explained the Rosetta Stone. We all know that there's a Rosetta Stone, and it taught us how to decipher hieroglyphs, because prior to that we didn't know. It has some ancient Greek and some Sumerian, I think, and then Egyptian hieroglyphs, and through that we were able to translate or begin translating hieroglyphs. But I didn't know what the contents of the Rosetta Stone were. And essentially, it was tax documents. It was like a document for some religious organization wanting some tax-exempt status. Imagine that. Had to be in 3 languages. So from that video, I ended up back on Google, and I thought, this could be fun to talk about, but I want to know what are some other random thoughts, right? Random facts. So I typed into Google. I think I typed in strange facts. And I found this new feature of Google. Now, it's not exactly new. It came out in February. But for somebody like me, who I have nothing but Android devices, Chrome is my main browser, I use YouTube a lot, I'm fairly up to date on modern technology and software because that's what I do for a living. This new feature I didn't know about. And it's as simple as, when I typed in strange facts, I get this interesting feedback. Looks a little bit like that. And it's simply just a random thought or fact, basically pulled from all over the internet. Most of the ones come from Wikipedia. And if you're interested in more things, you just hit the button again. So typing strange facts, or what it defaults to, once you've hit this button, it goes to I'm feeling curious. Google just gives you a little snippet. So we're going to go through some of these, and I'm going to attempt to make them not boring. All right? So, for instance, why do some people chew ice? Well, the result came from healthyeating.sfgate.com, and it says the desire to chew on ice may occur for reasons other than mineral deficiency. Some people may develop a pica related to a mental health or emotional problem such as obsessive compulsive disorder or stress. Other times, pica occurs because of pregnancy and in people with developmental disabilities. I freaking love chewing on ice. So, obsessive compulsive disorder? I don't know. I just like chewing ice. I don't necessarily agree with healthylearning.sfgate.com. The first one that popped up happened to be, how many lakes are there in Finland? It's an interesting topic, right? Sure. Pulled straight out of Wikipedia, there are 187,888 lakes in Finland larger than 5 acres or 500 square meters. Most are small, but there are 309 lakes or reservoirs larger than 10 kilometers squared. That's interesting. I like fishing, so I bet you I would really enjoy Finland. We have a lot of lakes here in West Virginia too, because we're basically we're in the mountains, the Appalachian Mountains, but where I'm at is the foothills, really. This one, another Wikipedia entry. Is Kobe Bryant named after the beef? Did you know this? The fact is, he is. His parents named him after the famous beef of Kobe, Japan, when they saw it on a restaurant menu. Yeah. That's interesting. Here's one I've always wanted to know. Seriously. No, I'm for real. Who invented the cat door? In an apparent early modern example of urban legend, the invention of the pet door was attributed to Isaac Newton, 1642 to 1727, in a story authored anonymously and published in a column of anecdotes in 1893, to the effect that Newton foolishly made a large hole for his adult cat and a small one for her kittens. That's all it gives you? It didn't even tell me. I didn't pre-read these. I might not have read that one. You have to click the link, I guess, if you want the full snippet. So apparently, it wasn't Isaac Newton, but the little snippet doesn't tell me who did it. Now I have to go look. Or you can, and you can tell me. Because I'll be picking the girls up tonight, so I might not get a chance. Education.yahoo.net says, where does Barack Obama get his bachelor's degree? Bachelor's degree in political science from Columbia University, New York in 1983, and a doctorate of law at Harvard Law School, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Interesting. Eye Care Institute, what does it mean to have 2015 vision? Some people actually have better than 2020 vision. That's what 2015 is. I know this. I don't have to read this. But I'm going to read it for you because this is interesting. For example, if someone has 2015 vision, that person could be 20 feet to see an object, whereas normal people would have to be 15 feet. So you can see better. What does Big Ben refer to? Big Ben is the name for the great bell of the clock at the north end of the Palace of Westminster in London, and often extended to refer to the clock. That I did not know. Big Ben is the bell, not the clock. That is interesting. So far, this doesn't suck. When I do research for the show, I use Reddit a lot, but I don't want to parrot Reddit because that will just become obvious. And what's the point in having two different sources of the same content within a few days of each other? I would much rather find, I honestly didn't know this. Big Ben is the bell, not the clock. Nobody ever told me that. That's interesting. TIL. Are we in an interglacial period? The Earth is currently in an interglacial, and at the last glacial period ended about 10,000 years ago. All that remains of the continental ice sheets are the Greenland and Arctic ice sheets and smaller glaciers such as on Baffin Island. Whoa. We are in an interglacial period. I don't know what the hell that means. How long is the Earth's circumference? Space.com says the circumference of the Earth at the equator is about 24,902 miles, or 40,075 kilometers. But from pole to pole, the circumference, how do I not know this? Meridional circumference. The Earth is only 24,860 miles, or 40,008 kilometers around. The shape is caused by the flattening at the poles is called an oblate spheroid. And lastly, why were Dalmatians used on fire trucks? Dalmatians are perhaps best known for their role as firefighting apparatus escorts and firehouse mascots. Since Dalmatians and horses are very compatible, the dogs were easily trained to run in front of carriages to help clear a path and quickly guide the horses and firefighters to the fires. It's pretty neat. I kind of like that feature. Apparently it works with Google Voice Search also if you have that enabled on your phone. So you can just say, Google, I'm feeling curious, and Google will give you just some random anecdote. I kind of enjoy that. So what I'm thinking for a future sort of segment is you provide the content. So you give me source material about whatever, and my job is to make it not boring. That could be fun. I don't know that this wasn't boring. Maybe this was extremely boring and you didn't make it this far in the episode. If so, I'm sorry. But I had fun. So, don't forget, Fridays on this show are bye days. I answer questions from you, so leave me some questions in the comments. You can leave me questions at Facebook, facebook.com/The Daily Shed, or questions on my Twitter at ChevyDodd. Again, don't forget, if you'd like to get your hands on a handy-dandy postcard, super fancy, autographed, with a personal note from me, all you gotta do is send me a letter. Look for the link for my contact information in the description of this video. I have to go get my girls from their sports activities, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and thank you for commenting. They had forced this down our throats so much. Drugs are bad, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, don't do drugs. That we all just kind of looked at him like, you're crazy. Like, I'm not one of those people that's going to go get hooked on some hard substance and murder my family. That's just not how it works. So if anything, it actually encouraged me to try the drugs out of defiance. Like, I want to see for myself because you guys are crazy.